You have no idea what I just went through to bring you this must-have information to make sure that you are not only relevant on social media, but playing with the big boys. Hi, my name is Desiree and I'm here to make social media easy for you. We're in like a little vlog space. If we just had a little montage situation happening. And I feel like when you vlog, your environment is supposed to be different. So usually I sit over here and record, but we're not doing this today. We're talking this way. I just went to the Information's Creator Economy Summit. The Information is this fantastic online website that allows for you to learn about all things tech and creator economy. And there were some really significant key takeaways from this event that I think are so applicable to what you guys are doing online. And I think it's really important to always pay attention to what's happening at these summits where these really big brands are there, because how they're doing things, how they're leading the charge in the pack directly impacts you as a business owner. Because if you don't know what they're doing, how are you supposed to play in that sandbox with them? They're the ones dictating what's going to happen. So let's take this information and apply it to what you can do with your business. So the biggest thing that was said over and over and over again was this massive emphasis on community. And it's critical to your success because it really shows that there's this really big shift from traditional advertising to building authentic relationships with your audience. Entrepreneurs and marketers like yourself should really care about this because a loyal and engaged community drives sustainable growth. It enhances the brand loyalty and it can significantly increase the lifetime value of your customers. The stories that were shared at this conference were very community-centric, and they had a lot of strategies that lead to better customer retention and high conversion rates compared to that of standard advertising methods. Online marketing is all about engaging and socializing, and so you should be building a community around that in a way that makes sense to you and what you have to offer. Now, while people are continuing to spend a ton on digital advertising and social media marketing, there's been a really big rise of analog and authentic experiences with brands. So when we think about all of the growing AI fatigue and customers that are increasingly seeking authentic traditional experiences, this trend makes a lot of sense that while technology can really amplify our reach, the essence of social media success lies in human connection and genuine content. Again, we talked about that with community, and this applies in the same way. Entrepreneurs and small business owners should be leveraging this desire for analog, in-person relationships by crafting your online campaigns and content to highlight the human elements of their brand. You should be offering behind-the-scenes looks at what's going on and consider embracing the imperfections that make your content so relatable. Makes your brand, makes you so relatable. Authenticity resonates with your viewers and your audience and can set a brand apart in a crowded digital space, which is exactly what you are always fighting for when we're talking about social media and that really crowded newsfeed. Now, I know it's a little counterintuitive for us to just go from talking about an analog and traditional experience to AI, but it's important for us to know that AI is a tool. It is not a replacement for anything that's happening with your online marketing. AI tools are becoming really ambiguous in content creation. The summit discussed a lot about this, pointing that AI is serving as a baseline of a lot of the really crappy things that are happening. I don't know if you've ever spent any time on LinkedIn. You can always tell when something is just crafted by an AI bot. It doesn't come across really authentically or real in any kind of way. It's just so processed and predictable. And it allows for us to have a really crappy experience with that person or their brand. And it's really important for you to know how you can use it and understand how AI can streamline the processes that you have. But it's also important to remember it's a starting point. But you need to really make sure you're adding that final touch, that creativity, that strategic insight that only a human can really offer. There isn't a single thing that I don't use AI for where I'm not having to go in and edit it and make it better and make it sound like a person, not like something someone would read or that a robot would say. While we need to be embracing AI for efficiency, we need to ensure that our content retains personality and has a human approach so that we can help our brands maintain authenticity and build that engagement, which comes from building authenticity for our communities. Speaking of communities, it's really important to remember that what we're building isn't this whole idea of like a community of everybody. We're building really specific niche communities that have personalized experiences attached to it. In order for us to be successful as a brand and have that niche community, that focused community, it allows us to emphasize the personalization and a broader trend on social media, which is really leading more towards segmentation. Social media is about finding those specific places and spending time there. And as a small business owner or a marketer, you should care about this because highlighting the effectiveness of catering to these specific interests and building a community around a specific interest is going to allow for you to create more meaningful connections and, of course, have higher engagement on your social media. Always, every chance that you can, tailor your content and your interactions to these niche groups and to your niche audience so that you can lead to more passionate brand advocates and more effective monetization strategies for you. When we're talking about all the things that happen at this event, it's important to note that all those things are part of a content strategy and like a bigger vision. But what this is going to do is really specific. It's a TikTok shop. TikTok shop is taking over e-commerce in a huge way. It is literally going to be a direct competitor with Amazon in a way I don't think that we realized was going to be something that we expected. And when we were at the summit, they unveiled like how it's sitting at the intersection of social media and e-commerce. And they were spotlighting that the crucial role of authenticity and community is what's going to lead to successful shopping experiences. No longer do you as a brand have to do the selling. You're going to be able to open up your products and your services online for other people to talk about and other people to sell for you. And TikTok Shop is going to continue to experiment with like live streaming and diverse product categories. And there's going to be hopefully even this idea of like expanding into luxury goods and emphasizing creating genuine connections between creators and consumers through those different categories. And it's always coming back to, though, authenticity is what was driving sales. And as an entrepreneur or business owner, this underscores the importance of authenticity in the product promotion, because if you're going to diversify your sales stream and your income streams, you want to really figure out how does e-commerce play a part in what I'm doing. You can use TikTok Shop to offer a unique opportunity to engage with your community and to transform followers into customers and also people that are going to sell for you. All right, so in today's digital marketplace, like it's important to note that we're not just building niche communities, we're not engaging with them, and we're not showing up, being present for them and giving them what they want. Eventually, our goal is for them to sell for you authentically and with like joy. Like there's so much fun that happens in the shopping experience, and it's crucial to have your products be a part of that. We're talking about like what you can do as a small business owner and like where you're going to sit in being able to do more, grow more, and expand your reach. I really want you to consider checking out the idea of like, what does a global brand look like for me? How can I be a global brand? And how can I participate with those that are a global brand? Which is why I want to introduce you to today's sponsor, Autobarrow. Now, Autobarrow is one of my favorite new companies and like kind of systems within the creator economy because it really is helping with global expansion and monetization. Autobarrow is about enabling creators to distribute and monetize their content across major Chinese platforms. And it's tapping into that vast audience and opening up new revenue streams. Now, as a marketer or a brand, you're like, Des, why would I even care about being there? Well, first of all, if you're creating content and you are looking for other monetization opportunities, you definitely can be repurposing your content over onto these platforms. But maybe you're not creating that content. You're able to connect with creators that are, and you can expand your presence into those global markets and see what would a new audience look like for me there and how could I potentially expand what I'm doing. Autobarrow has this really great AI-driven features that allows for us to simplify localization and management of content by being able to have Chinese closed captions on your American and English-speaking content. And it just makes it really easy to engage with that new market. At the end of the day, Autobarrow is going to help you with building a global audience and cross borders in a way that you never thought of before. Whether it's connecting with creators who are already there or creating your own content to put over on these markets, if you are looking to expand into a global audience, this is going to be a great way for you to reach customers that you never thought were possible before. Social media has allowed for us to be a part of a global society, and we are in this incredible digital age, and we don't need to let something as simple as like where we live or a language stop us anymore. And Autobarrow is going to make sure that you can have every opportunity that's available for you. I loved going to this conference. This is my first time going to this event, and it allowed for me to connect with so many different people I never thought I would get to connect with. It allowed for me to represent brands that I am currently working with through creator work, including Gigastar, Autobarrow, and so much more. And I loved being able to network and connect with other people who are creating and brands that are really understanding how the creator economy works and how it is leading the way. And it's so valuable. Like everything that I heard, I was like, oh my God, everybody I know, everyone that watches this channel, you would love this event because you get to learn so much and network with so many amazing people. Now, if you're wanting to know more about like what you can be doing with video marketing and increasing your reach and expanding like your presence, I want you to watch this video that I have for you right here to get you on a path for using social media effectively to build your brand in a really smart way.